Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. I gotta go to work tonight, but I thought I'd sneak in a little bit of a stream. It sucks to have to work, but whatever. I gotta do your job. Gotta do your work. Gotta do your work. Gotta do work, 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 work. So, I finally got to level 96, and I kind of wanted to take a small little break and have some fun on my Javazon here, which I've been working hard on. And I just want to hop in here and see where I left off with her. She's not quite done yet, but she's mostly done, which is, mostly done is okay. Mostly done is alright. She has a Hone Sudan Yari that's F now, which is freaking sick. I need to get a pole rune so that I can upgrade this thing. And put that on. Like, you guys don't even know. F upgraded, fully socketed Hone Sudan Yari is a sexy, sexy beast. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Don't be jealous of my F Hone Sudan Yari. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. I need to mule off some stuff. Bink. Bink. These crap. I got a bunch of these. Oh, okay. That's not a crap jewel. Those are 15% IS jewels. Man, her resists are terrible, though. Look at her resistances. Dang, white noise. 6 months? Dang. Dang.
I got some Titans for you.
I heard, is that, God bless it. I'm terrible with names.
Lie.
Lie? I got GGM1 password 16. I'm ready for these sexy titans, sir. Now I need 2 pole
Yeah,
runes.
let me switch over.
I need 2 pole runes.
Feel like doing some crafting? I have a lot. And I got the gold too for it, so.
Yeah, if you want me to craft for you, I'll craft for you.
I just need the levels more than anything.
Yeah, I can do it on my level 96 paladin.
Cool, cool. Congratulations.
It's working toward 97 now. Oh Lord Jesus, save me.
I hear you. Alright, so first order of business. There's that.
Sexy. So sexy. I need to upgrade them. I gotta upgrade that. I gotta upgrade the Hone Sudan. Anybody want to give me 2 pole runes for a Vex rune? 2 pole runes, please.
I could give you one.
Here, have a Vex rune. There you go.
I don't need it.
You don't
I'm sitting
need
at
it.
2 already.
Nobody wants
Well,
my
thank you.
nobody wants my
Appreciate
Vex rune. Here, have a Malrune then.
I've been giving them away. Alright, I'll pass it along.
Pass it along.
So, do you mind if I make a game for crafting? I got a lot of the stuff on mules.
Oh yeah, that's right. I used up all my emeralds for crafting. Bless it. Why does it have to be emeralds for weapons? If you want to come in here, we can do it in here. I'll start crafting you up some janks.
Was that a hell game or a normal game?
Oh, is it a normal game you need?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Alright, GGM 2 then.
Alright.
Let me go to my paladin so I can actually do this crafting.
So I'm more at the mercy of how many jewels I have. So.
Where's the best place to find a burr rune? That's
I
like
just got.
that's like asking where the best place to find $1 million is in real life. I mean, I can give you suggestions, and you can work at it. I have a whole video on how to find runes, and it does work. It's just, you know, it's like the lottery. There's no necessarily a guarantee that you're going to get it. Here, let me link you my how to find runes video. It goes over everything that you're going to need to know.
Gonna be dropping an insane amount of like everything on the ground for this.
Where is... Well, be careful about dropping too much stuff on the ground. I watch it disappear.
So I'll just do like what 40 of each for now, and then I could like come back and then do it again.
God bless it. I got too many videos with the word rune in it. There you go. How do you find runes video? Here you go, sir. How do you find runes?
Good day.
Alright, so what am I crafting? Am I crafting caster ammies or something?
That's right. I'm gonna try to put things like off to the side a little bit, just so it's not like filling up the entire screen.
Well, let's like I said, let's not drop everything on the ground because it does cause issues.
Fair enough.
I've literally seen the items just poof right in front of me before. There seems to be a maximum limit on the number of items that are on the ground.
Ah.
And then they literally just, I'm not even joking you, they literally just disappear. Like directly from the floor. You literally just be standing there and all of a sudden they just blink out of existence.
I've seen that recently, but it was only like 20 items.
Well, first cast isn't bad. +2 necro with 8% faster cast. Mana, regen mana, not really any other good stats on it besides +2 and faster cast.
Alright, here's all the perfect ammies. Oh, appears everything's still there.
It takes a minute. It's not going to be right away.
Gotcha. And now for the amulets.
No, I have the amulets.
Okay.
So you want the amulets to be purchased by the person who's the high level character.
Gotcha. I do have a ton of gold as well. I have like 5 million gold, which is more than enough.
Well, if you wanna drop the gold, feel free. I'm just gambling the amulets for the correct eye level.
Yep. Let me switch to a higher character level so it's not 10k at a time.
Holy crap, I just found a SOJ in an Arcane Sanctuary.
Nice.
First one of the ladder I found.
That's awesome.
And earlier I was playing with Joe and he found a Bull Kathos in Chaos Sanctuary.
Oh, whoops. Let's do all the gold. There you go.
I'm much higher level than you, so 890,000 doesn't even fill me up.
I can't carry anymore.
Do you want me to gamble ammies as well, or like specifically for like just gambling them, or do you want me to actually just only use it to get the money for the...
Oh, I figured there is a chance of getting some pretty awesome ammies. So Alright, so I should have dropped like 4 million gold. I think I dropped more than that, but I do have a 15% vendor reduction Geeds.
Oh, I've got a 15 as
Oh.
well.
Cool, cool.
I don't have it on right now. It's probably something I should do. It's probably a good idea. Guess I could also put on my edge bow.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright, these are the amulets so far. I actually got some halfway decent ones in this. I wouldn't leave the crafted ones on the ground because they disappear too.
Alright, let me switch to another mule just to have some room for it. What can I use?
I can't carry anymore.
How was the rest of my B-day? It was a good birthday. Spent the day with my girl. We had fun. She baked me a cake. Patty cake, patty cake. Fast as you can. Oops, I didn't mean to pick that up. Couple decent ones so far. I don't know what you're specifically looking for, but
Nothing in particular, just more inventory space, to be honest.
I can't carry anymore.
+2 poison and bone. I mean, there's a chance of getting something godlike. Finish him.
So what's your dream amulet?
Dream amulet. It's a safety amulet. I have one on right now, which is similar to what I'm looking for, but obviously could be better.
I am overburdened.
Fair enough.
It's emeralds though, emeralds and thul runes.
Ah, that's what you're chasing. I see.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get eventually a +2 pally, with 10% faster block and some all res. That's my eventual goal.
Right.
It is obtainable.
If you craft one, you can keep it. So.
It won't craft from this recipe.
Yeah. Jeez. Duh.
This is the caster recipe.
Right.
The one that I'm have to craft to get what I'm looking for is a perfect emerald thul rune amulet.
Have to keep my eye out for him.
That's why I've been begging everybody for thul runes. I'm out of perfect emeralds though now, which is the other component that I need.
Mm-hmm.
I'm addicted to the gambling.
I have 2 or 3 if you need a couple.
I actually need some to upgrade my weapons now. I was just talking about that. I'm like, oh look, I don't have one to upgrade my weapon anymore. Because
You said you're in GM2? Is that where you're at?
Yeah, GGM2.
Okay.
If anybody has another pole rune too, I need a pole rune. I never can grab onto the pole runes when I need them. It's like a curse.
Yeah, I just have 2. I gave a lot of... Somebody was crafting... I think it was Squid was crafting the other day, and I gave some. Let me see. Pull. No, I don't have pull.
The pole isn't for crafting. It's mainly just for upgrading.
Yeah. I mean, I have a foul. If you have 2 fouls, then you can upgrade them to a pull. But I don't have a pull.
Oh, yeah, fouls do upgrade, don't they?
I'm pretty sure it goes lem, foul, pull, and then mal. I think.
He's been saving up, okay, Onyx?
Or no, maybe it's Lem, because Fail is level 41 and Lems are 43.
There's a bunch of stuff by the stash for you, if you want to.
So, I'll just
deal
look
with
at
that
it
first.
real quick. Let's see. So it goes. Oh yeah, it goes Lem Pool.
Yeah, lems are also in high demand.
Do you have any Lems?
No, I use them all lems every time I get them too.
Okay, I was gonna say because I have 2, but I don't have 3. I'll keep farming. If I find one, I'll unmute and let you know.
95 mana amulet.
If you make a decent Amazon amulet, I'll be interested. Mine's only a +1 to skills and
Hey everyone,
What's
15.
up?
Yeah,
what y'all doing? And good to see you, Horker. Good.
Crafting.
thank you.
Oh, you're crafting.
Overburdened.
Crafting.
Oh yeah.
My favorite thing to craft at this moment is, now that I'm level 95, is to try to get those sweet 20 FCR ammies.
I have to go. That's what he's trying to craft right now is the caster enemies. He's having me do it though because I'm level 96.
Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. That's the way to do it, man. I'm working on the same thing.
Working hard for his casters, ba-doop, ba-doop. Working hard for his casters.
How you doing, Ginger?
I'm all right. Just gotta work tonight, so I'm just really kind of hanging out. I can't really do anything too heavy.
Yeah, a little pre-game relaxing. Or pre-work relaxing, I mean to say.
The chestnut jewel of hope. It's a hopeful jewel.
Did you get the freebie that Diablo 3 gave out? It's a cool one.
I haven't played Diablo 3 in a long time.
Me either. I logged in for the free wings. They were really cool.
I never
They're
did
like
really.
bright red.
I never really did care for all the cosmetic stuff that they had in Immortal. It's mainly just due to the fact that I don't like the. Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. I really don't like the art style of Diablo 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
But
like-
I do love the wings though.
So like
Wings were sick.
I feel like if you're already in a situation where you don't like the art style of the game, like the cosmetics probably aren't going to appeal to you very well.
Yeah, that's true.
Did they go with that style for Immortal, or is it slightly different?
Immortal's mostly like D3, but it's a little like D2.
I feel like they toned
commercial
it. They toned it down because I think they knew that people
Okay.
didn't like the frickin' Diablo 3 because it seems darker and it seems less cartoony.
100%.
Yeah, from the commercial, I couldn't really tell. It looks similar, but I didn't know how similar it was.
I swear Diablo 3 gives me like Looney Tunes vibes. We're loony, we're toony. Da, 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 da. I actually remember reading an article about their development team with World of Warcraft and how they, well, that's not bad either. +1 assassin with faster cast and all res. They were talking about like how apparently during the, I didn't think rare amulets could roll with faster cast. The during the development of the game, the developer apparently came in and like opened all the windows and cranked up the lighting and like they're like he was like we need our art to look bright and shiny and sunshiny and like it's like I want there to be plenty of light in here and I don't want any darkness or whatever like and he literally went around the building and like opened up all the windows to make sure everyone had like plenty of light while they were making the artwork for the game. Like literally to the point where like he wanted it to be like bright and exuberant.
Shouldn't you have done the opposite for a Diablo game? Like
yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a great idea.
No,
for a
this
game
was
where you're
this was for World of
demons.
Warcraft.
Oh, World of Warcraft. Okay.
And then Diablo 3 ended up with the same art style as World of Warcraft. Like it's pretty much identical.
Yeah, World of Warcraft is a little cartoony looking. That's why I never played it.
+1 pally, 16 strength, 40% cold to all res 10. That's not bad. Not getting a lot of +2s here though. I mean, we've had a couple really nice like +1s with all res and some interesting things. Tax Cut said Lucky Charms colors. And the funny thing is he's not wrong. Pretty much is Lucky Charms colors. They're magically delicious. Another, ooh, that's a really nice pally. +1 pally, 7% faster cast, all res 14, 18 mana, 8 dex. That's actually pretty nice.
Pretty nice. If you get a 20 FCR Amy for Sork, I'll trade for it.
Doesn't need to be like specific to, let's say it's a +2 cold or +2 light.
That would be just as good as +2 all in my opinion. For me anyways, because I made
Which one though?
Well, I have a level 90 Lightning Sork. I've got a level 95 Frozen Orb Hydra Sork, and I've got a level 90 Immortal Cold Sork. So I go every direction. So, and they're all level 90 plus. So all of those would benefit me.
Cool.
Any of them would benefit me.
How is the Orb Hydra source? Is that a lot better than the Fireball Orb?
It's my favorite, and I think so because what I
Another
do
unique ring. No way.
I do Fireball with my Hydras. So I summon the Hydras to see if what I'm attacking is fire immune. If their health doesn't go down immediately, then I know they're fire immune and I start throwing frozen orbs and static.
Okay.
And then if I see their health going down right away, then instead of static and frozen orb, I join my Hydras and throw fireballs. And then between my Hydras and me throwing fireballs, we just murder everything that isn't fire immune in our sights.
Impossible.
Nice.
Oh, nice. +2 druid, 7% faster cast, 19 strength, 14 mana. All res 7, regenerate mana 9%, MDR 3.
Oh my god, I just found a Bull Cathos.
That's very, very nice.
That sounds really nice. Dang.
That I think that's the best amulet so far.
Yeah, big time.
+1 pally with 10% faster cast and some res. Not too fancy, but it's alright.
I am overburdened.
Why don't you grab these before they go? There's a bunch of emeralds and stuff over here. They all
Okay.
dropped it for you. Do you feel like one more round like that of crafting, or do you want to go off and do something different?
Yeah, we can do that real quick.
Alright. Let me rejoin. Appreciate it.
Upgrade this Dewjanks real quick. Now that I got a pole rune and a Dewjank rune. Oh, that's right. It's on my other character.
Alright, do you want me to put any of this stuff closer? Like, different spots or anything?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, you can drop it all by Geeds if you want to.
Fair enough.
Use one of these emeralds to make an amulet. Let's see if I get any luck.
At the moment.
Alright, come on, +2
At the moment.
pally. +2 pally, 10% block. Okay, 10% block, all res. +2 pally, 10% block, all res. Let's go. It's terrible. The Jewel of Virility. I think Hydra is very much so a like an issue between, how do I put it? It's like, you know how like when you make a character that's like almost entirely single target, and then you realize you're like, hey, this character's entirely single target. It's not that great. Because then when you get into the big groups of monsters and they start to like wail on you, you realize you're not really doing so hot with the big groups of monsters.
Yep.
Like that's kind of how I feel with the Hydra Sorc, is she's kind of like in this position where she does really good against single target. Because when all the Hydras converge on one target, it does work out really nicely. But when the Hydras are all spread out on multiple targets, it's pretty bad.
I can disagree with that a little bit. It depends on your play style. I always love to throw meteors on the ground on my person as well as blaze. That way, anything in my immediate area of effect is just getting constant DOTs on fire. And then
But that's not
my
Hydra.
Hydras help out.
But that's not
Yeah,
Hydra.
you can't run just solo Hydra, only Hydra. Even if you're all fire, you have to use your other fire moves. There's no way around it.
But like here's the thing though. So when you consider what you're going to build your character around, like having a skill that's solely single target, as for instance like your fire ability, doesn't really make a lot of sense, because then when you come across a group of fire immunes, or a group of cold immunes, and you only have fire, and there's tons and tons of monsters that you have to kill with this single target ability, things go badly. Like for instance, let's take the pit lords, which are more often than not fire. Well, not pit lords. Let's do something else. Like let's say you're a cold sorc, so you're in a crystalline passage, and there's a huge group of cold immunes. In that case, you're relying on your Hydra as your sole form of damage, and then things don't go so well when you're in giant groups.
That's not
When you just
true.
come across a cold immune boss, not a big deal, because all your Hydras can focus down the boss.
You got to use meteor. If you're not using meteor in your Hydra build, you're leaving a lot of money on the table, because you're absolutely right. When that meteor
That's a lot of point investment, though. You're talking about Hydra, Meteor, Fireball, Firebolt. I mean, that's like, what is that, like 80 point investment?
just fireball, not firebolt. We said fireball earlier. You can't do both firebolt and fireball and meteor and mastery.
I'm talking about
and
this. I'm talking about the synergies for Hydra and the synergies for Meteor. Like, you can't have all of those skills at the same time.
No, you can't. What you do is you forego the first one. You maybe put like a point or two extra in it. I think it's the firebolt. And you max out the others, and then you don't max out Hydra, and then you can put points into Frozen Orb as well. That way you're not naked, and you really shouldn't be single specking fire.
But I mean,
it's just not fun.
But I mean, basically, you're just confirming exactly what I'm talking about, which is Hydra is very single target damage. Like you're like,
There's
because
no
your
way.
response to it every single time is, well, if you're doing Hydra, you have
There's
something
no
else.
way to make just Hydra work. You're absolutely right. It's impossible. It's like it doesn't work. It's not just bad. It doesn't work. You'll die. You'll die.
Well, and that's really my point, is that it's just very single target. It works very good as single target, but it's not so great as multi-target.
I think it's better than just single target. I think it also is really nice for telling you where opponents are around corners.
It can be used very good as a scouting utility. Yes.
Yes, I think if you're using its other kind of niche utilities and maybe don't max it out, I think it could be really good tool in addition to everything else. But you can't rely solely on it; you'll die.
A 19% faster cast Warcry's amulet. Anybody doing Warcries?
Wait, that sounds nice. You should give that to a barb.
Are singer barbs still popular?
Hold on, isn't there a barb who was doing casting in here? Didn't we have a casting barb?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do.
You should give it to him.
He might already be hitting his breakpoints, though. I don't know. slowly dying.
I think Hydra and Meteor together with Frozen Orb is pretty fun.
Yeah, but then you run into the possibility of like pigeonholing yourself into too few elements.
2.
Honestly, two's not enough.
I just got static. So
Like I've been toying around with it for a long time, and my general consensus is 3 is the optimal number of elements. Most
Right.
monsters are not immune to 3 elements, and usually if you have 3 viable elements, you can generally function by yourself without issue. But if you don't have 3 functional elements, you usually end up getting stuck at some point or another.
that's what all my builds are, but to be fair, they're like 1 pointers into lightning. So I don't know that really counts.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I like Firewall so much. I know people have shied away from it ever since they kind of nerfed it a little bit, but in my opinion, Firewall is one of the easiest ones to build on a Sorceress.
Because then you have extra points to throw into the other 2 elements, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is so Firewall is essentially a 20-point investment.
Right.
So if you're
22, right?
Huh?
22, right?
Yeah, because if you're a Sorceress, you're probably going to want Warmth anyway to fix your mana issues.
Right.
And that's where things get really interesting, because if you put 20 points into Warmth, you're not going to have any mana issues at all, pretty much, for whatever you're building. And then you can even just put 1 point into Firewall, and you literally will have enough to kill something that's immune to your other elements. But it just depends. It depends on how far you want to go into Firewall. Because honestly, I feel like once you have the Warmth synergy, like you're already in a situation where you've got a ton of 19% faster cast amulet. You've already are in a situation where you've got a ton of damage anyway, like from the Firewall, and the extra points aren't really like a huge deal. So you can literally just do 20 points in Warmth, 1 point in Fire Mastery, 1 point in Firewall, and usually you can still kill things with it. Even in Players 8, if you come across like a Cold Lightning immune, it's just one of the easiest ways to build a third element that you can do on a Sorceress. Hydra is nice and all, but the point investment on Hydra is pretty massive to get it to a point where it's useful. Yes, you could also do 1 point in enchant, which would give you a huge bonus to your fire damage as well. So you could enchant your Merc. Another +2 Druid all res. How many +2 Druid all res have we crafted?
To cover what I can't. And then I also like to use my skillers on the element that I haven't stacked a ton of skill points in, to try to even things out a little bit. So like if I'm dumping most of my points in fire, I don't want to have a bunch of fire skillers. I want cold skillers or lightning skillers, depending which second direction I'm going. And with the 3 direction option, I might even, maybe it's better to do like Frozen Orb points, Cold Mastery minus 175, or Cold Mastery pushing your cold damage to minus 175% resistance. Have your points in fire, and then for your 1-hit wonders on lightning, put lightning skillers in your inventory instead. That way, at least everything you do has a little bit of a kick to it. Your ice and your fire won't have the extra kick from the skillers, but at least you won't be naked on the lightning.
Ooh,
and vice versa.
+2 Sorceress, 10% faster cast, 8 energy, 11 mana.
That's
Regenerate mana 7%, lightning resist 6, fire resistance 12.
I'm drooling. That every sorceress is going to be drooling for that, dude.
Yeah, well, it's not mine. It is Lays.
Put that up on Tradery. You'll get whatever you want for that, bro. Well, maybe not. It's not like a 20 FCR amulet, but it's still nice.
I can't carry anymore.
I mean, it's not 20% FCR.
It's not, but
The
10's good.
Onyx, the problem with giving your Merc obedience as a sorceress is that you're wasting the potential of your massive fire damage that you can give him. Your enchant is always going to be superior to the obedience's enchant, but only in the situation of you casting it on your own mercenary. Fire Mastery doesn't affect the Merc, so you don't have to worry about Fire Mastery. Warmth is the only thing that does. So if you build 20 points into Warmth for the synergy for Firewall, then putting 1 point into Enchant will literally give you a higher fire damage than even like the Act 3 Mercenary with like level 50 Enchant is going to give. Because the Warmth synergy does transfer, the Fire Mastery one does not. Because remember, Fire Mastery only applies to you. It doesn't apply to other people. I mean, a lot of these crafted amulets, usually what I do with them is, if I don't need them specifically, I'll start dropping them in the swamp games. Or posting them in chat for people if they're really good.
Right. Or even raffle them if you wanted to. Fuck it.
This one's +1 curses, but it actually is kind of nice. It's all res. It's got lifesteal. It's got faster cast. I don't know who would actually want to use it, but you'd be surprised at what kind of junk people have around their necks. +1 lightning, 7% faster cast, 18 mana, 7% mana regen, 32% fire, and 23% magic find. The 23% magic find sells that. If you're a MFer, you might actually use that. If he wears Principal and gets the 1 Warmth synergy, we actually tested that the other day, and the answer is no. The answer is no. If you're wondering how I tested it, basically what I did is I went onto single player. I got a mercenary who's the fire merc. I gave him the enchant. Oh, sorry, no, not the mercenary. I put it on a non-sorceress. Sorry, a non-sorceress. And I put enlightenment on the non-sorceress to give him warmth, and then checked it before and after, and it had no effect. Then I went on to the sorceress, and I checked the sorceresses with warmth and without warmth, and it did work. And I also used a demon limb to check it as well to make sure that it was whether it was the warmth was applying to the casted abilities that were not native, and it was. So the warmth was applying to the demon limb, but the warmth from enlightenment does not apply to the demon limb on a non-sorceress. +2 paladin, 9% faster cast with some magic find. Not a bad one there. +2 barb, 9% faster cast. Inner sight charges, that's actually pretty cool. Inner sight is reduction defense. Not something that I would specifically look for as a barbarian, but if it came on my necklace, I certainly wouldn't turn it down.
52 charges of it too. Level 6, wow.
It's a pretty high amount of defense reduction. It's flat defense reduction too, not percentage. So it just rips down their defense. And it's AoE, and they also increased the AoE recently, so it goes further, which is also pretty cool. +1 Amazon with life mana and 23% MF.
That's nice.
He's like, I'll take that, put it around my neck. Little bit of bling in.
I think I have a High Lords. Isn't that better?
It has Magic Find. High Lords doesn't have
Oh.
Magic Find. So any situation you come across where an item has Magic Find, you have to judge it differently than you otherwise normally would.
That's a good point.
Not a bad Poison Bone Necro Amulet. 2+2 Poison Bone, 10% faster cast. All res 19 with 35%
Wow.
poison. And regenerate mana 8. That's actually a pretty solid poison amulet. Might want to check, I don't know if you have one or not, but you could check Plague. I know Plague is running a poison necro. Maybe he wants it.
Alright.
Could be better than what he has on. Who knows? I mean, we've got some pretty decent crafts. I mean, nothing like super GG, but they're definitely nice amulets. +1 elemental skills druid. Looks like I am out of stuff. If I got a Ralrune in here to use.
I just realized something. The Diablo Immortal music is exactly the same as Diablo 3. At least in certain areas.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about how they pretty much just ripped the game.
It kind of
15%
seems like
faster
that, dude.
cast?
It honestly seems like they ripped the whole thing.
Yeah, it's
Like copy paste ripped. Like not even inspired and remastered and all that. Like literal copy paste.
yeah. I mean, I was paying attention to the trailer, and I called this on the trailer. Is that literally it seems like they just took the entire Diablo 3, like pasted it into like some sort of engine, and then just started modifying it because it's literally just the same game.
Yeah, that probably would be cheaper for them to develop that way. Well, here's a hope. If Diablo Immortal is Diablo 3 too, maybe Diablo 4 will be Diablo 2 2.0. That would be nice. They go the Diablo 2 direction with the PC version of the game.
Yeah, what is with the Druid amulets today? It's like a million Druid amulets keep.
It's a sign. You got to start a Druid, bro.
They're your amulets, though. That means you gotta start a Druid.
They're not mine. The other guys. I've got a Druid I started, but he's not good enough to wear that amulet yet.
Alright, that's it for the gambling, too. All the money's gone. Why you got 1,800 Vex runes you're giving away?
Well,
Is that why you didn't want my Vex rune? Because you already had like 18 Vex runes in your inventory?
If you're just
Yeah,
giving
something
away
like that.
Vex runes, I'll take a Vex rune.
Are these the ones you stole from the bots?
These are different ones that I stole recently.
We got Robin. We got a whole bunch of Robin Hoods in the kinship, guys.
Do
They
you
run
need
a,
any other specific runes?
just pole. I just need another pole rune so I can upgrade this Hone Sudan Yari.
Well, other than pull. Do you need any?
I'm gonna trade a Vex for a pole. How about that? Who wants to?
Someone's else gonna come up too.
Who wants to trade?
I got the
me?
man. I got a Paul.
I found that third lem, so if you have the whatever the gem is,
Let's
you can
see.
combine them into
Let's see
a
how
full-
far away a Pull is from a Vex. So Pull is let's see, Pull to
it's pretty far.
and then
Pull's
to
45.
Mal, and then
So it's
Mal
10.
to Ist,
Yeah.
and
It's 5
then
rooms, right?
Is
wow,
to goal.
Ist to Gull, and then Gull to Vex. So that's God, what is that? Like frickin' 30 pulls or something, or like even more?
You could probably get like 10 pull easy for a Vex.
Oh,
one
it's
thing
That
terrible.
would be low selling it. Like,
Let's see how quick somebody joins. I'll be like, I'll put in like 6 pulls for a Vex or something and see if somebody like speeds in. Let's see.
no, I'd start with 10. Because I figure if it breaks down that far,
Vex for 10 pull. Here we go. There you go.
PvP's available.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
say
you
I
might
can
get your
I
time
can give
doing
you
that.
the 3 lems and a gold rune, so it's fair.
I
I
just want
wasn't
to.
going to give you 3 lems for a vet.
I just want to see if
That's-
somebody pops in.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
I'll give you 3 L's for a Vex. How's that sound?
By the way, does anybody need this godlike tiara that I found the other day?
Yes. Yes.
This +2 paladin, 45 life, all resistance is 11, 8% lifesteal, 20 attack rating tiara.
My paladin literally doesn't have a helmet at all.
nice.
Well, come in here and get it then. Vex,
What room?
Vex for 10 pull.
Nice name.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are you in a normal game or no?
It's hell difficult too.
Okay. I was gonna come with the pally, but he's
With the pally, you can see your fellow man with the pally. Yeah, I just leveled up. I could be reckless.
Vex for 10 pull. Oh, it's you spelled out 4. Okay.
No, just that's the number 4.
Oh,
By the way,
Vex for. Did you
you
spell out
enjoy-
10?
do you
No.
enjoy IDing torches?
I don't
Vex
know.
410 PUL.
Vex space 4 space 10 space PUL.
You're a weirdo. You put spaces between everything.
Oh no! How dare I?
That's cursed.
What you're saying is you don't want this tiara. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard too. I heard it too.
Yeah, definitely heard that.
I heard it too. Kill him. Kill him.
Okay, who's the paladin who wants this tiara?
No, I just joined.
Trade. Actually, hold on. Let me put it in my
Ginger, do
inventory first. Now trade.
Do you like IDing torches?
I don't know. You want me to identify a bunch of torches?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna have a whole lot of luck with them.
Well,
Is that
they're already
better?
decided. So it's not like I can make them something different than they are. They're decided upon drop.
Are you sure?
Absolutely 100%.
Because I have 15 that I snagged from one game like just earlier.
So torches are always decided upon. Actually, all items are decided upon drop, not on identification. This is something that you can very easily test. It's verifiable. You basically, what you do is you go into a game in single player. You'll find an item, just a random item, doesn't matter what it is. Don't identify it. Go into Hero Editor, copy the item, and paste it several times on several different characters, and then identify it on several different characters across several different games, and it will always be the same item. And as far as uniques go, it will always be the same percentage, the same rolls. It does not change. That's one of the silly things about buying the un-ID'd torches and stuff, is because they are what they are. They are exactly what they are.
2 barbs in a row so far.
Where are you at over here, Merc?
Hey,
Dying.
Pally. Assassin.
I just realized I don't have my Tome of scroll town portal with me.
Ooh, that's a good barb one. That's a really good. It's 1620 barb.
My Pally's a 1719.
I
I think my Pally's an 11. I think it's a 1315. Not bad. It's not
dork.
for my paladin.
Who's a dork? What?
No, he said
So
sword.
I got 2 paladin and 1
Sork.
sork so far.
That's nice.
Another
Right?
barb.
Alright,
That's
let me go
so
grab
fun.
my Zonazon.
Your Zonzon.
My Zonazon.
You're gonna get your Zonzons with your bonbons.
My Zonzon with my Zonzon. My
Wow.
Zonzon got his rocks on? What?
Yummy.
So I got 3 paladin torches. It goes 1514 pally, 2014 pally, and 1218 pally. The sork is 1310, but hey, it's a sork torch. Wow. That's
Yay, up
and
Titan's
15 torches
revenge.
for 4 to be like that good. That's not bad.
I hate how when you upgrade an item, it automatically, like... Wait, throwing items, for some reason, when you upgrade them, automatically go to 1 durability. Just instantaneous 1.
What's a crappy Sork torch go for?
You could probably get something like an ohm for that. But sorceresses are like the most in-demand class.
Afternoon.
What do you
Yeah,
got?
I'm making a ladder Sork. She's not that high yet.
What level are you?
It's 41. I can't play without my sons because I started characters with them, and so they yell at me if I go too far past them.
That's cool. Good for you for doing that. I love that.
Actually, Ginger, do you want a whole bunch of keys?
Wow, yes. I was actually planning on trying to test this girl out in a Uber run, and I don't have any keys, but in a bit here. I'm trying to make this CTA real quick.
I think I have like 20 something hate and terror.
Mal ist, and then Malone. I found this
I got
ridiculous
3 keys.
Catechus, Caduceus, however the hell you pronounce it. Literally has +1 meditation, +2 concentration, +3 blessed hammer. And I was going to turn it into a CTA, just simply because it would make a really sexy hammered-in item.
Sure would.
Alright, so Mal ist 523. It's pretty sexy. Actually does decent damage too. Wow, 134 to 156. That's not bad. You can actually zeal with it.
Wonder
got
how much it costs to repair.
It's got 40% increased attack speed on it too, so it's it would actually might be a halfway decent like sub-smiter weapon. I was thinking about putting it on my offhand so that I could have a CTA that doesn't... It's not a piece of crap, basically. But also, if anybody is a hammered in and actually wants to use it. It has pretty low requirements, 70 dex and 97 strength, which is not bad at all. Most paladins build higher dex than that anyway for block chance, and the strength requirement is minimal.
What rune is between? Oh, never mind. It's Cham. Forget it. I was wondering what was between Ja and Zod, but it's Cham.
I'm gonna post this in ladder chats.
Weird though, because Chams for some reason are worth less.
Chams are really good.
Yeah, I'm not really sure
Cannot
why
be
chams
frozen.
aren't worth anything these days.
They're so nice though. They've
Throw
got
it in a
the
Shaco. You don't
cannot
have
be
to wear the Raven
frozen.
Cross. Yeah, it's
Fucking
incredible.
a mist is sick. You need a Cham for a mist. There's some rune words that need it.
Is there a bug with Titans that they won't repair under certain conditions? Because I literally just upgraded mine a while ago, and then I went to check, and they're literally still at 1 durability.
I think you need to wear it, right,
I am wearing it.
for a while.
I'm gonna try and leave the game and rejoin. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I just upgraded it.
I think you have to break them first and then deal with the problem later.
I don't think it repairs after that, right?
There we go. I literally just left the game and came back, and now they're at 3, and they're counting up. Must have something to do with the with the thing. All right, let's try another tactic since nobody's joining this game. Watch this. I'll just do bring Paul rune. Bring Paul rune, sucker. They'll be like, I got a Paul rune. What do you got?
Yeah, what do you need?
I just need to upgrade my Hoenn Sudan.
No.
It's so Hoenn Sudan is the alternative to the Breath of the Dying. It doesn't have as much physical damage, but it does have freaking 45% crushing blow on it, which is pretty massive, just on the weapon. And it's a pretty fast weapon already with 3 sockets, and you can put in like other cool stuff in there. I want to use it as like my Uber killer. That's my goal. The Uber killer.
I wish they had a game filter. So if
Okay.
you're looking for like torches or Vex runes or whatever, like you could see in the game name by filtering it. You just filter for Vex. And it shows all the game names with that.
Hey, there's a paladin here.
Someone's joining you?
Yeah, maybe they have a Paul.
Maybe they have a pull. Pull up if you got a pull.
Hey Daniel, did you do a video on the lobby stuff?
They haven't actually said what they're doing yet.
Yeah. That gives me hope, though. If they're doing anything at all, maybe they could do more lobby stuff.
Does
In my-
anybody need Andariel's Visage, by the way?
Yeah. Oh my
Or an
God. You
Oxy?
have... Wait, that's a big item, though. You have an extra one?
I have a few of them.
The fuck? Why? Did you? Is that a
I
Robin Hood item?
I can use one.
Dude,
thought
let's
it
all
just
go to
dropped them.
his game. That's a
I need
GG
to-
item.
I need to get on my other character. Do you want to just create a normal game?
Yes. Yes, I will make a game now. Create game. GGM free stuff. Password 16.
You said free stuff, right? GDM.
Yeah, GGM free stuff. Password 16. The game is normal and the game is created.
Spaces or no spaces?
No spaces.
Okay. Just give me a quick second. I'll be right in.
Okay.
Sounds good. Look at that. I got a pull and a lem and 4 thulls, boys.
Four
Or a vex.
souls and pull.
I am smoking in runes now. Little does he know this pull and lem runes are way more valuable than that vex.
I need an Andariel's visage. Everyone needs an Andariel's visage. So fucking good, dude.
All right, let's upgrade this Hone Sudan. I'll take a quick. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna put 3 shales in it. Like, speed is the most important factor when it comes to crushing blow, anyway. So.
Guess what I got for that Andariel's visage, my boy?
What'd you get?
I've got the jewel that's got 30% to fire res and 15% IAS.
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody posted it in chat.
It's
Alright, so
clean.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Like, if you can't do
God
that, do the Rao rune.
Blessed, I'm an idiot. I just upgraded the wrong spear.
so you said it was GGM free stuff with
Uh,
No spaces, password 16.
Okay.
Why did I have 2? Why did I have 2?
Do you have any F ones for my
See,
merc?
now I'm back in the same situation I was in before. Poopity doopity poopity poopity.
Alright, so 1's on the ground. 2's on the ground. Does anybody want an Oxy?
What's an Oxy?
The Oculus? Here.
No. I want that flawless sapphire
God
though.
Bless it.
Does anybody need these? What do I got?
I do need another Paul Tong Yang. Ah! I literally used my freaking pole rune on the wrong Hone Sudan Yari because I wasn't paying attention.
Pay attention. What's that? Oh. Oh, that's a nice one. Yummy.
Does Crown of Ages get up to +2 skills?
I don't know. That's a great question.
I'm gonna check this roll real quick.
Yeah, Crown of Ages goes. Yeah, I don't remember.
It goes +10 if you have a game editor. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
so it's the damage reduced in all res. So this one's damage reduced by 10, but the all res is 29 with 2 sockets.
Sounds nice. Anyone in here need that?
What's up, Onyx?
Hey, Onyx.
What's that? Waste all my Vex runes? That's a pretty nice CTA.
Does anyone want to trade a crystal sword or sword CTA for a flail CTA? My flail for your sword?
I always mix up the shouts. Command is what? The HP and orders is the skills. Oh, Paul Rune! I'll try not to waste it this time. This is the F1.
So I'm assuming Ishuta's temper is probably best in slot for lightning sorks.
For a what sork?
A lightning sork.
It can be, yes.
I'm using a spirit right now.
It goes up to 20, right?
Yeah, it's a really good pick because of the extra lightning damage, and then you could put a lightning facet in it.
Yeah, 20 is perfect.
But the main reason that it's nice is because the FCR on it allows you to hit a 200 FCR breakpoint with certain builds. So
Right.
you can hit 200 FCR, you can get the extra lightning damage, and you can put a facet in it. It's pretty nice.
What about for fire sorks?
It's
Is that good for
also has
free?
the potential. I need one as well, but because the same reason you can hit 200 FCR with it if you have the right build. If you build everything else around it, including the rings, you can hit 200 FCR with that.
You were watching me and you see the Vex. What? Here's a Vex. There you go, right there.
So who has a lightning sork and who
I do.
has a?
I have a
I
lightning.
got a
and
lightning sword too.
You know, you're gonna have to fight over these two then.
No, just give us one each. We don't need both people to get two. If we
Nobody
both need
wants
one,
my
you know, that's silly.
Vexes.
Well, one's a 19 to fire and the other's a 20 to light, which is perfect.
I run both, so why don't we let him have first pick? Which one do you need, and then I'll take the leftover one. You know.
Okay, so I need dexterity to wear the hone suit on.
Keep whatever one you need, and I'll take the other one.
I need a couple more points
It's
of
like
dex.
Pokemon, bro. Fucking Gary's son gets to come in and get first pick, and then you get to pick one of the other two.
Carries. Alright. Who wants to do some EXP runs, I guess? Because I need to
I have
level.
one.
I need,
I do.
I need to level up a little bit on this Zon.
Why are you can't tease me with the EXP runs. You're teasing me. Are you teasing me?
GTs. GGM EXP1//16.
Wow.
I'm only level 86 though, so let's go. I don't know. Let's go River of Flame and stuff.
GGM EXP1 password 16 join game. All right, we're on the road to 96, boys.
All right, so here's another one. It's
Tank is on. Tank is on.
it's a Jared Stone plus 2 sork skills. 20
Oh my God.
FCR,
Oh, hold on. I need to go get my Merc.
What's the FCR?
20.
That's sick.
So
Does it have plus to anything else on top of that?
Yes, it has 2 lightning mastery, 1 glacial spike, which
You kidding me?
know,
Hone Sudan F upgraded is freaking sexy.
Dude, I want
2
that.
to lightning, 23
But
to
do
mana.
the other
and-
sorceresses want that? Because that's a sick item.
Oh, here, I'll just post it. And it also has fire res 24, which is actually kind of nice.
Dude, that's fucking goated. I'm coming back to pick that up. I don't care. What game are you in?
The one that you created.
Free GGM, free stuff. Password 16. Yeah. Okay.
Anybody have an F Nightwings they don't want for my mercenary? Yeah, I got a cold Merc. Trying to get her goaded.
Anyone want to trade me a Sin Torch for a Sword Torch?
Wait, for real? Your Sork Torch for my Sin Torch? Or the
No, the other way.
No.
no, not that way. The other one. Of course.
You could maybe do a Paladin Torch for a Sorceress Torch, but that's like the only one that might be equivalent.
Hey, Ginger, do you want a whole bunch of keys?
I thought somebody had a bunch of crappy ones they wanted to
Yeah,
get rid
I'll
of.
take some keys. I'll run some stuff.
Alright, let me find which character has
What's the game? GGM EXP1?
Yep, GGM EXP1. No spaces.
You're not. Yeah, see, your mood changes.
My
That's what's-
mood changes.
Sometimes you're in the mood to put spaces. Sometimes you're not in the mood. To
I
put
just
spaces.
pick a format and then I stick with the format the entire time.
Feel it. You're consistent with your variety. I get it.
What's up, CJ? Man, I hit really hard.
Does
sounds
anybody happen to have a festering essence of destruction? It's like that green one.
Is that the red one?
Green.
No, that's the green one. Okay. No, I don't. Sorry.
My
I
HP
got an
is
extra green one, but I need a yellow one.
I got a whole bunch. I'll give you like 3 of them for the one.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a steal. Do that.
I'm gonna create a game. It's called Here 1 Password 1.
Is that here or ear?
Here, like come here.
Like
Okay,
come
coming.
here? I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Actually, I'll give you 4 for the one.
It's a thresher on the ground.
Did you find that Blood Song Jared Stone, or was that in a bot game?
It was in a bot game.
Because
Just-
that's a
it-
sick item, dude.
with the 20 FCR.
It's not
nails it.
perfect, but it's nearly. I think for it to be perfect, it would be 333.
Yeah,
Drop the
yeah,
4 on the
Merc
ground.
helm,
But
Kyle.
still, dude, still, this is nuts.
Chunks,
on the
I
platform.
dropped the 4 on the ground already.
Woot. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Ort
we-
rune.
Are we walking?
We're in Chaos Sanctuary right now.
Oh, I thought you were doing bail. I'm sorry. My bad.
I mean, we could do Bale also.
Now we walking for them runes, man.
I mean, I just wanted to know where y'all were.
You can always check the party list.
I found you. I found you. I'm not advanced enough to use that.
So, do you want to just pick up these keys super quick? Because I'm gonna try to go do some other things.
Okay, where you at?
I'm at the game Here 1 Password 1.
Okay, let me kill Diablo real quick, and I'll come right there.
All right, just so you know, you need enough room for 44 keys.
I don't think I really got that many spices.
44 Geeds?
Keys. I have 22 hate keys and 22 terror keys.
What one-shot me?
Doom Knight. Holy crap, you're level 95 too. That's a lot of EXP lost there, sir.
I'm freshly leveled. I didn't lose any XP. Because I don't have any XP. Haha!
Oh.
Joke's on you, game.
Yeah, joke's on you. I haven't earned any yet.
Can't lose any XP if you don't have any XP. Got him.
What a weird staff.
It doesn't matter if you die in hardcore if you die at level 1. Got him.
Go wait to look at things.
Yeah, you gotta love those quill rats, right? So Ginger, how is your F Titans?
It's working really good actually. It's my tank item, right? So I'm gonna be using it probably in the Ubers to make sure that I
Are they
don't die.
indestructible?
I mean, their repairs durability,
Oh,
which is good enough.
Nigh indestructible because you just switch.
Let me
without a
job,
let me go grab a mule real quick instead of let's see, I got some mules. Hopefully he's got some space. I could have sworn he had keys on him at one time, and I think I used them all or something.
I used them all.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Does he have MySpace? .com.
Somebody had some post on the internet the other day, made me laugh. It said like, it said we need to make it so that when people go to your page or whatever, or like your TikTok page or whatever, it plays like the music that you like your favorite music, and and people started laughing. They're like, "Welcome to MySpace, everybody."
Dude, that was like the
Twitter.
best part of
It was,
MySpace. MySpace had it
Twitter
right.
should make
dude.
an update that when people come to my page, they can hear my favorite tune. And somebody made a comment. The generation has come around and forgot what MySpace is.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Exactly, because that was the most goated thing ever that they did, in my opinion.
God, I've got 2 storm shields sitting in here for no reason.
Oh, there's another pally torch there? I got 4. What? Must be my old one. I'm dropping some torches on the ground too, in case you want to do like giveaways or anything.
Yeah, he's like, I run torches all day long. I don't need these pieces of junk. He goes, "This is
Well, when one game drops 20,
I don't need this shitty 1919 Sork torch. I need the 2020 or get out.
Who needed a green essence, by the way? Because I've got one just like sitting
Yeah.
here.
He do.
I do.
He do be needing the greensies.
Okay, green essence on the ground.
Sweet,
6
thank you.
battle orders for
So
Sir
there's
Lowe.
5 torches on the ground if you want to snag any.
What kind of torches are they? All assassin torches?
Nah, there's some barb, I think a druid, an assassin.
What game are you in? I'll go to that.
It's here 1, password 1.
Sure. I need 2 placeholders, so I'll take a couple placeholders. Fuck it.
Oh,
I'm
already
not
grabbed them
gonna
all.
make a necro either or a druid. I'm just gonna drop them. Let's see what else I got.
All right, back to my EXP rounds.
Here's another barb torch.
Is that the druid one? It's the barber.
You guys kill Billy yet?
That's the necromancer one.
It's a necro.
Did you say you have a druid one?
I dropped it.
I probably haven't. Hey, you
Okay.
guys, did you move on to number 2 already?
Can I snag one of these? Because I need a placeholder torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab whatever you want.
Come in here. There's still torches.
Take whatever you want, my friends.
Whatever you
Is anybody desperate for a paladin torch?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I have mine already, but I'm sure there's someone in here who is desperate for one. Yeah.
Here's one of them.
Yeah, there's one on the floor, homie. It's fucking...
He's been running Ubers like nonstop trying to get his god torch.
Is anybody super desperate for a Sork torch?
No. Well, I mean, I guess I could trade you one of mine. Is it better than 1312?
It is
I'd
a
like a Sork.
1310.
Yeah, I'd take a horrible one.
Yeah, give it to him. Give it to someone who needs it. Yes.
Yeah. Just
Get
come
in there.
to here 1, password 1.
Get
Pick
in
it up.
there. Take those torches.
I have a friend that
Anybody-
needs a
anybody
sport
need a
torch.
keys? If you're that
What would you want for any crappy one?
I just threw it on the ground, so whoever grabs it gets it.
Oops.
Yeah. Come and get it, dude. No one here is grabbing it, bro. It's all yours.
There's a paladin one.
Go grab that paladin one, bro. It's all you.
Anybody need an Annie?
Yeah.
If anybody still
another
needs
Annie?
it, if anybody still needs an Annie, like there's extra Annies floating around. Speak up.
Yeah, I must
I
have
just
given
need a
like
placeholder for
40
one of my
Annies
new
away already.
We keep trying to give away Annies. Nobody wants to take them.
I know.
Like I got like a
feel
really
like
sweet
entering
Annie
them.
here.
I got a
Hey,
20
can I borrow somebody's for Roger cube just for a second? Can anybody just drop one?
I've been
Roger.
trading a lot of Annies for Isbruns, so I've gotten like 6 Isbruns for Annies.
As much as I got like Goblin Toes for the extra crushing blow, the lack of run walk on Goblin Toes is very disappointing.
I say you're lucky on that 100 cube. Mine's not very much empty.
Does anybody desperately need a token of absolution?
Definitely not. I'm sure someone does, just not me.
What exactly did you do to need absolution, sir? What
That's what I'm saying.
exactly did you do?
Do you absolutely need absolution, or
Well, I just have a bunch of tokens. I've never needed any. But I know, like Meow needs them all the time.
yeah, he loves
All
trying
the
new
time.
shit, dude.
I don't know if he's just trying to like try things, or if he's just like, geez, I could get that one more skill point because I got a better torch. You know what I mean?
Chunks, what happens? He's staying immune to
got
physical
that
monsters?
Is
All right, who needs a lightning skiller?
I need one, but give it to someone else first. Someone else speak up first.
You're luring away all my EXPers, sir.
If
I know, I just left. I'd take
Well,
a
I'm
lightning
going
skill.
to be hopping zones in a moment, but I just dropped it in here, one password one. Whoever grabs it, enjoy.
I grabbed it.
No, he's immune to physical. My Merc is the only one dishing out damage to him right now.
Actually, this is pretty good too. So, 6 max damage, 40 attack rating, 31 to life, large charm. Not bad. Alright, that's it for the freeze for right now.
That was a lot of freebies. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a couple.
GGM, EXP.
How did I get 2 bars in 84 minutes? Or in 84 minutes? I only just started leveling.
How did you know it was 2 bars and 80? This is the better question. Savant over here.
The savants.
I just joined a game. It's Andes for Vex. And I join, and Amber Heard Turd is here.
She's ruined, bro. Freaking ruined.
Carol once was a man named Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah, you made a song about that.
I did indeed.
Pirates of the Caribbean theme. Very
Sea shanty.
I love sea shanties.
It's a great sea shanty. Have you heard mine yet?
I have not.
You haven't heard my sea shanty yet?
No.
You gotta go check it out. It's great.
Boy.
I wrote a whole sea shanty and sung it and then did backup songs for myself. I was my own backup singer.
That's awesome.
It's great.
Watch the video
So
and listen to it. It was good.
I'm half Norwegian. I'm, American, but half the families comes from Norway, and a lot of them were sailors. And I looked up my last name, and lo and behold, the very first YouTube video, it is a sea shanty. It's freaking awesome.
The sea shanty.
What's that movie that Will Ferrell was in where they were singers, Norwegian singers?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna mute for a minute so I can listen to this. I found it.
Enjoy. Yeah, this is my Amazon. This is not my Paladin. Ah, you're in the way. I can't poke Diablo.
Ooh, Chris.
Alright, let's go do Baal too. My friend told me my Amazon's magic find didn't matter if my Merc killed the enemy. The Merc's magic find is your magic find plus his magic find. So yes, it does. It doesn't really matter which one of you gets the kill. If you get the kill, your magic find applies. If he gets the kill, his magic find applies, and your magic find applies together. In cohesiveness. Ow! I can only dodge so many lightning bolts.
But what if it was a multiplier and your magic find was 0? Then would it be 0?
I don't actually have lightning resistance. I'm just dodging the lightning. So, ooh, Trangul's belt. That's pretty rare.
You're not allowed to Ultra Instinct the lightning.
That's pretty much what I'm doing. I literally have 15% lightning resistance, and you notice I'm not dying, so... Like, it's just, I'm just ultra instincting the lightning. If they get lucky, they'll kill me. Like, it's just a matter of, like, how many times I can dodge successfully until they eventually just rip me a new one.
Didn't you get your res up?
I mean, I could work on getting my resistances up. I could use this Chains of Honor instead of my Duress. Oh, she can't use my Duress. Sadness. Oh, that's a nice, healthy little pack of monsters. Come here.
Are you walking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, nobody, like, stepped up and volunteered to teleport, so...
True.
I don't like waiting. So, unless somebody's gonna just be like, me, you'll see me walking. Plus, teleporting is boring, and I don't like to throw that on anybody.
Yeah, and the walks do better drops, I think.
Either you volunteer, or we're walking. Stupid Javazons and their stupid lightning. Then we come across the pack of lightning immunes and the Javazon just stands there. Herder. Hamrune and a Shale Rune. Superior Bone Weave. Aw, that's terrible. The terrible Bone Weave.
It's over here.
Oh wow, he's stone skin. He's stone skin, but he's not immune to physical. It's interesting. He must be like 90% immune. Monster Shrine. Come here, possessed. And I remember Titans has some run walk on it. I could use that to catch up to you guys. %40 is cap. So yeah, 36% is decent. What's up, Ziggy?
Yeah, I had to listen to it twice. It was pretty good.
You had to listen to it twice?
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing a duet. I was gonna sing it. Just play it and then sing along. It's like there's three of me up there.
I'm a sucker for sea shanties, so
I spent a long time writing that one too.
it's pretty good.
One of my night shifts, just like tonight. I gotta go in a couple hours here. I did the same thing. I was just sat there like all night long, just like thinking up lyrics. And then eventually I came home and I was like, all right, let's sing it. I had to change the lyrics so many times. Didn't quite match. Number of syllables were wrong.
You can off rhyme and slant rhyme, bro. You can squeeze it in.
The syllables have to be right, I've noticed. If you get the syllables right, it flows. It flows properly.
Go full Shakespearean, bro. Do slant rhymes that are like not slant rhymes, but it's a slant rhyme because you said so.
Hugh. Super dead.
I think we're a little underpowered.
A little
Do
bit.
you guys
Ah, I finally have room. Thank goodness. Anybody need a or open socket 43% all res caressed field?
Reopen socket, Kura shield. Nice.
It's 4 open socket. It's 161 defense.
Sounds like a good
Right,
spirit base.
home, guys. I gotta go for now. Check y'all later.
Alright. Ciao.
See ya.
Ciao.
Chia, what?
Chia pet. What?
How many chia pets?
I didn't know there was a variable on the Ashuta's temper. Bro.
Why is your Judas temper terrible?
I didn't know that there was a +3 version. I have a +1
Yeah, it's
version.
1 to 3, I think.
3's goated. Goated.
Did you get the 19% fire or the 20% lightning?
Let me go look. %19 fire. And my build is mostly fire on my level 95, so that's cool. Very good. And it's +3, which is even cooler.
So for some reason in that game, the bots, it was a whole bunch of paladins that joined. And they were only dropping runes by the mule. But they were dropping like all like the variable items, if you will, like the Ishutas by the stash. I got so much stuff from that game.
Fuck yeah.
Bears are both of the Ishutas.
You really
Small
should
arms,
make
like
an
crazy.
assassin that goes invisible and be fully immersed in the playstyle.
I want to blend in with a level 1 though.
Oh, is that why you're like a level 1 pally?
Well, I got level 1 just about everything.
Oh, okay.
I really like to stick to my my signature is my ox
Yeah.
necromancer, because that was like the first pattern that I've noticed is necromancers for some reason. Like that was like the boss, if you will.
Keep getting DC chunks? Not sure why.
Do a DNS flush. Give it a shot. See if that helps you.
I hate how I have to assign the buttons on every single character. Can't ever just have my hotkeys stay between characters. It's gotta be a constant struggle, like of, oh yeah, go to your new character. All right, now redo all your hotkeys. Okay. There we go.
Man, this game has been full for the last like 3 hours. And it's a hell
You found a
game. I
game that's
can
been
only
full for
imagine.
1,000 hours?
No, 3 hours.
Is that a bot game?
I don't know. I've been trying to get into it, but if it is a bot game, I can only imagine how many bots are in it, rotating through it. The only thing I could think of is, I think when you create a game, you can have just one player.
They also might be
So-
protecting themselves by keeping it full.
I've run into that. There's a guy, Cowboy, and he's a paladin, I believe. He creates a game. It's usually a unique string of numbers, and they have sorks, cold sorks with like the, I forget like that spired helm. But all the sorks have it, and what they do is they make sure that 7 other sorks join. But if they don't, then they start checking the game before they start dropping anything, and they'll just leave. So
Some people are
Asia
getting
server, of
wise to
course.
it.
Well, see, what it is that they have so many bots and they have so many names that it's next to impossible to, like, keep track of everything. Like, when you have a system like that where that involves, like, so many cogs in a wheel, there's no way somebody is going to know, like, exactly which character is yours and which character isn't. Like, and then there's almost like an assumption of, like, okay, well, this character joined the game, so he must be, you know, he must be one of us, so to speak. Like, he has the password.
Yeah, you let your guard down. Because
Well, I
it's
mean,
not like a listed game. So.
I mean, it's anything that's a big, giant system where there's no, like, individuality, you know, there's no, like, hey, well, my name's Jeff. Oh, yeah, my name's John. No, it's like, it's literally bot 001, bot 002, bot 003, bot 004, bot 005. Of course, they can't actually write bot 001, so they've got to just come up with random names, otherwise they'll get banned.
Yeah, usually it's some acronym like AWE, like, and then hyphen AA, all the way through like ZZ or beyond, or the numbers.
To infinity and beyond.
I've seen up to the 70s. I've never seen beyond the 70s, but I'm sure there are. I know there are. Put it that way. So just out of happenstance, I was sharing like how to get into the bot games, right? And you know, I typically have record on. I didn't really have it on tonight, but I have record on because I'm getting into games and I want to like get some clips and all that stuff. And this one guy that I met sold, like he went to a website in order to buy bot programs, right? And I met him that night through somebody else, and we're all just chilling, and I'm just kind of like giving stuff away and, you know, explaining what I do and all that stuff. And he had immediate interest in it. So I'm kind of showing him and all that stuff, and we happened to wind up being the only two in the voice chat at the time. And then he's like, yeah, you know, like, he was trying to buy this bot program. He went through the website, and lo and behold, the guy who owned the website just got banned from JSP, right? So the guy approached him, and he's like, I got one question for you. Do you trade? And he's like, hell yeah, I trade like all day, every day, you know? So he's like, do you really trade? And he's like, yeah. So then this website owner like pulls him into like a private game and chat and all that stuff. And he's like, all right. He drops like a dozen griffins, a whole bunch of bear runes, and the whole shebang, like a full inventory worth of stuff. And he's like, all right, trade this, and then I know I can trust you on JSP. And it was like the first weekend of season, or the season 1 ladder, you know?
Oh, so
So-
that shit's extra GG first week. Nobody has
Yeah,
any
the
of that
first
shit.
freaking week. So he winds up trading it. He claimed it was like within the first 20 minutes. So, you know, let's say an hour, within the first hour. And then he comes back to the guy and he says, all right, this is what I made. And then that website owner says, okay, now I could trust you. Let's make a deal. So ever since that point, he's been selling for some botter that started at it like 8, and then he got like 20. At this point, he has, I think he said like 76 bots. I'm assuming it's more than that at this point.
Ugh.
But it was just insane. Like,
You
hearing
have to
the-
have 76 computers for that?
No, you can multi-box as far as I understand.
Yikes.
You can't do it
I-
as well as they could do it back in the day, because Diablo 2 obviously is a much more limited program. But you can still multi-box with Diablo 2 Resurrected. It's just a lot more difficult. It's a lot more demanding on the CPU and the graphics card.
I'm old
Yeah,
fashioned.
and
I
must
play by
have at
myself.
least a
Just
dozen.
me.
He
One
must
at a
have at
time.
least a dozen gaming PCs, but he started talking about the numbers because when they were talking business before he signed up for the stuff, he wanted to see the numbers, you know. And this guy just like offered it right off the rip, and he made like within the last month. Now, mind you, this was a couple weeks ago, right? But in the 1 month of D2R ladder starting, he made like 300 grand.
Oh my god, that's a business model right there.
It was
There you go.
insane. And here I am,
You
like,
can
just
do
trying to.
that 3 times a year, right? Because there's 3 seasons a year. 4
I
months
think
long.
this isn't there. Actually, you're right. I think it's 4 months.
Well,
right?
no,
4 months.
it's never going to be as good as the first season.
Yeah, the first season is going to be like huge. Everybody's been like, they bought this game for the first season.
Right.
But needless to
season's
say,
still
it's
gonna be
like-
big, though.
You know, by the end of this season, he's probably going to make at least $500,000 in one person, one bot network. Imagine how many others are out there.
Just goes to show you how much people are willing to spend money on this game when it's not really necessary.
I totally agree. You know, and of course I'm talking him up because, you know, wanting to know more.
It's interesting to listen to, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was fascinated by it. I mean, I
There's also the possibility
totally disagree.
there was also the possibility he's blowing smoke up your butt.
No, he showed it to me. So that night, so he gets a pickup in the morning and the evening.
Well, I'm not saying that
that-
he doesn't bot, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have bots dropping off stuff to him. What I'm saying is he could be lying about the numbers.
Yeah.
True.
He could be talking
100%
himself
true.
up. Instead of 300,000, he might have been making 30,000 or something, and he might just be talking himself up just
Would
because.
still be sick, though.
Well,
This
he's the
might
middleman
come
now
out.
because, like I said, the guy who had the bot farm got banned from JSP. So now he's trying to figure out how to unload all his stuff. And apparently he got 2 guys. This being one of them.
Yeah, he's
And-
he's basically And then this is one of the reasons why we eventually banned JSP is because it's literally just full of bots selling stuff all day long.
Yeah, I haven't been honestly like since the first week, just trying to get like basic stuff before I discovered all these games. I haven't used it myself personally.
You don't need to
It was
anymore.
so
You can do
obvious.
in-game trades now. And it's obvious that D2JSP was supporting botting because you couldn't possibly have that many items available otherwise. The numbers don't work out that way. I don't believe.
Well, some of the listings, it was just like going to Walmart and seeing their inventory. Like thousands of items all in one place. It was insane.
Well, the thing that always used to blow my mind is the sheer number of perfect items that would exist on there. Like you'd find an item and like say you'd find like a S Titans and it would be like 190%, and nobody would want it because there's like literally like 10 or 12 200% F Titans up there, and you're like, F Titans are rare enough. 200% F Titans are super rare. How the hell are there 10 or 12 of them up here at a time?
Yep.
And that's when you start to realize that it's pretty much a lot of botting. These people are deliberately only holding on to the more rare and high quality versions of the items specifically. And that's what Diablo 2 was. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys actually played Diablo 2 toward the end, when the botting was really severe, but basically what it was is perfect items were the only ones that the bots would keep. Like if you went to this vendor after the bot was finished doing his run, he would go there and he would sell everything. All res 5 charms. Who needs them? They got all res 5 20 life charms. You know, like a 150% Titans sold right to the NPC. Who needs it? We've got, you know, perfect 200% F Titans. Nobody wants those pieces
So you
of crap.
just go behind them and repurchase them from the vendor, and then you have some nice items.
You could basically repurchase just about anything from the vendor because they would just sell everything that wasn't worthwhile. Like a 20 all res Maras. Who needs it? And we got 30 all res Maras.
Right.
You know, like it was nuts the number of items. Like I remember one time I went behind one and she sold a Homunculus, and I'm like, Homunculuses are freaking great. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
It's not a vendor item, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, skillers. I see like plain skillers get sold to the NPC all the time. And what it comes down to is it's like you've got $1,000 bills in your pocket and a $10 bill drops, and you don't got room for the $10 bill, so you're gonna leave it on the ground because you want to make room for another 1,000.
Yep, that makes sense in a twisted way. You know what?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I'll pick up the $10 though. How's that sound?
Oh, I'm constantly picking up that stuff. I mean, it's insane. Like, if I ever found that stuff, because I used to play mainly like by myself, because I couldn't deal with dial-up and having to like be at the mercy of people not picking stuff up. Just
Oh, there's a TR right
instantly.
here. Someone should check that out. Might be
But
good.
I would typically run solo, right? And anytime I found anything, even if it was like the bottom of the barrel roll, I would be excited because it was like it was that item, you know. But even the F Titans that I got, it was like put to the side because it wasn't perfect, you know. It was just ridiculous. But it's like, what the heck's the difference? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
it's still
because
what it is.
it has to do with the people who buy. So in the beginning of the season, when no one has anything, everybody buys everything. Then the casual players stop playing altogether, and all that's left are the people who always play. What do the people who always play want? Only perfect shit. Because in their minds, they're playing enough to where if it's less than perfect, I'll fucking find that myself. They probably think to themselves.
So
And
what
they're
it
like, Go ahead.
So what it really comes down to is this. If you are selling items, you want the highest value. So they're trying to get the highest value for the items that they can. If everybody and their mama has a Titans on the market, how do you separate your Titans from somebody else's? Well, the answer is that you have to have a perfect Titans. You can charge more for your perfect Titans, and you can make more off of it. And the regular non-perfect Titans or the non-F Titans, they basically go for garbage value because you've essentially flooded the market with the perfect ones. So they corner the market essentially against the people who are regular players, because the regular players are not going to find perfect items. And
Maybe
and they do
they'll
this,
find one.
and you do
but
this
not
for
all of their items.
you do this for everything, and you devalue everything that's not perfect, making them essentially junk. Everybody has their hands on the junk, but they don't want the junk. They want the perfect item. They want the other item that's up there. So if you control the market like that, in that way, and you force everyone into this, this mythology of, okay, well, only the perfect items have any value, which is exactly how they've got it, then that's where it ends up going. So only the perfect items are worth anything. All the non-perfect items are essentially garbage at that point, because you flooded the market with the perfects, so nobody wants the non-perfects. And Diablo 2 was like that. Like toward the end, it was so bad that literally nobody would even like look at an item if it wasn't like 195%. Like if it wasn't like within 5% of perfect, like they wouldn't even look at the item. Like it was just garbage. Oh, is it 195 in F? Oh well, it's not. All right, we'll leave it on the ground.
Sucks.
Leave it on the ground. Meanwhile, we're over here, like at the beginning of ladder, like
Praying it's
using
gonna
cracked
drop.
sashes and stuff, hoping for a freaking dwarf star. We're like,
Yeah.
come on, something.
Oh, at the beginning of
think I
season
like the
2, I can
season.
only imagine what the drops are going to be like in some
Well,
of these games.
look, our kinship, with the exception of the people who purchased items, which I know there was some people in the kinship who bought items. I mean, they pretty much told me. Like the guy who bought an Enigma on like day 5 or whatever. And then tried to argue that it totally wasn't cheating. He's like, it's totally not cheating.
I remember that stream. I bought that one.
But anyway, besides the people who bought items, the kinship is probably the purest form of like real ladder gameplay, like bar none. Like if you guys have never actually participated in a real ladder that didn't consist of mainly bots, this was it. Like we ran legitimate. We helped each other out. We traded items between the group. We did swap meets. We gave each other stuff every time we had an upgrade. We did what we needed to do, and that's a real ladder group. It's not a fake, like oh we're a ladder group, but this guy bought his Enigma, and this guy bought his Breath of the Dying, and this guy got a couple Cham runes, and this guy went on to the RMT site and he bought himself a perfect Enigma base. It's completely different when you have a whole bunch of people who are working together to get items for each other and help each other out. And I think a lot of people who participated in the kinship, ladder start, I think they realize that this is what it's supposed to be like. Like this is the fun part.
You don't have to spend real money when you're in a group like that. You don't have to spend real money ever, but then you can actually progress faster like you were spending real money and still not spend any real money, which you shouldn't. It's an advantage, right? Like if I don't spend any money and you spend $100 to get an Enigma, how is that not an advantage for you? That is, right?
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah. So my experience with it was, this is the first time that I've ever run with people. Like I said, I was usually solo. I mean, for like 4.5, 5 years, 100% like solo, just because I couldn't compete with like Picket and all that stuff back in the day. But I'm at a much different stage in my life too, where most of us played this back in the day. We were in high school, we're in college, and now we're just kind of getting that nostalgia kick, and with one of our favorite games of all time. And before I discovered any of these games, I was the Horker. I would just look forward to Hell Cow Games.
Hey,
And
mesh belt.
I happened to get 2 Vex runes like right out, but it was like the first weekend. But I ain't gonna use it, you know. So I was just like, hey, the first one I was like, dude, let's make somebody a Hoto right now. I don't need it. I'm not a caster, and it was such a phenomenal feeling. Everybody coming together to make this happen that night. You know what I mean?
Oh, that
Like,
is cool.
that was
Everyone
a
got their
super
PC
highlight.
ready.
Hey, now everybody's all decked out in freaking sickness.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of us didn't spend a penny on this game.
Yep.
That's how it's supposed to be. Well, that's not true. I bought this game 3 times. I bought the Nintendo Switch version, the PlayStation version, and the PC version. So
I mean, buying the
spent a lot.
game's par for the course.
Yeah. Yeah, but not everybody buys it 3 times. I just wanted to play it on all the different consoles. though.
Not everybody buys Skyrim 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 35 times.
I bought
Yeah.
Destiny
But I
2,
did.
on
Wait, you
different
did? You
platforms.
put it on all your stuff?
Dude, I had Skyrim Original Edition. I had Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch. I got Skyrim Special Edition, Skyrim Legendary Edition. I bought my girlfriend Skyrim for her Xbox. Pretty sure I bought one of my ex-girlfriends Skyrim because, you know, it's like just lots and lots of Skyrim versions have been purchased by me. Like way too many times. Way too many times. You know, Game of the Year editions, all sorts of stuff. I replayed the entire Skyrim when the Nintendo Switch version came out.
With all the old bugs.
The Nintendo Switch version is basically Special Edition, but they don't call it Special Edition because it's they kind of downgraded the graphics a little bit to get it to run properly. But it's totally Special
It's impressive,
Editions.
though.
And then they also what they did with the Skyrim version was they added in a bunch of cool stuff. Like you could go to the top of the mountain and you can get like Zelda's tunic and Zelda's sword and stuff like that. And it's totally like an elven sword within the game. And you can upgrade it and you can do all sorts of cool stuff to it. It was a pretty cool thing. They had me. You can also scan amiibos in the game, and you can like summon forth like treasure chests that fall down on the ground and have like fish in them and all sorts of random stuff. Like they did some work on that game to make it something that people would want to play.
What do you think about the new game that's like that? Elders something?
Well,
What's the new one
The
called?
ESO?
oh, I
Yeah.
don't play the MMO. MMOs, I can't do MMOs anymore. I've played too many. I would dedicate my entire life to an MMO only to have them raise the level cap and ruin all my equipment, and that jank was just wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say this, but I kind of prefer the way that Diablo 3 does it, which is a little different. So, like, Diablo 3 doesn't ruin your equipment. Like, they don't just go, okay, well, you have, like, a max level paladin or a crusader or whatever, like, fully decked out. Like, okay, all your equipment is null and void. I mean, they just introduce a new set, and they give you, like, a new option, and they're like, hey, you know, you could do this, and this is pretty fun. Like, what about this? Like,
Oh, I have memories for Diablo 3 ruining my characters in the beginning.
but, like, if MMOs did that, instead of just simply going, okay, all your gear is now null and void, like, I could see that a little bit better. It would be a little less, like, evil.
Me too.
Like, instead of just going, okay, all your equipment is now, like, the wrong eye level or whatever, or C, or what is it? What's the term in MMOs they use for the equipment level these days? It's like, is it just equipment level? Anyway, the, instead of doing that, if they just, like, came out with new ways that you could build your character, like, that would be a lot more fun. Like, so, you know, your character build is still good and your equipment is still fine, but they would, like, make a couple new ways that you could build your character, and you'd be enticed to maybe change your build and try out the new build, but they don't, like, just strip all your gear off and make you naked and be like, okay, re-gear your character. It used to be really sad too, because, you know, for those of you who played MMOs like me, You know what I'm talking about. Like you might spend like months on this like high level raid to get this one piece of equipment, which is like the most godlike piece of equipment that you've ever seen. It looks really awesome. Like when you wear it, like you run through town, and when you're running through town, people are like, "Oh my God, he has the such and such god gear! I can't believe it. Must have taken him forever." And then like literally a patch comes one day, and your god gear that you spent like 3 or 4 months on is just like
Yeah, everybody looks the same.
worse than a white piece of equipment that you find on the ground leveling up in the new zone.
Best in slot to worst in slot overnight. Rip.
And a lot of that stuff takes like months or years grinding.
I mean, and that's the thing is you've got to have some kind of in between. Like you can't just take people's equipment and just completely erase it from existence. Like you can't force a person to work really really hard for this equipment and then just take it away. Like I think a counter argument to the whole like constantly increasing the level cap or the equipment level and things like that could very well be just simply making a new raid, having the new raid have new equipment that's not necessarily better than the equipment that you have, but it's not necessarily worse either. Like it's a different spec. Like some has some special effect on it that you might really want, or you know, looks really freaking awesome, and like when you put it on your character just looks badass. Like there are many different ways that you could handle it instead of just simply increasing the equipment level like every single time you want to like force characters to grind out new gear.
I think there should be gear that is unlockable only by achievement. Like you shouldn't like there should be some aesthetics that you can't buy no matter what. I think that's fun. I think it makes it more fun for the person who achieves it to know that the person next to him can't just buy it as well for $20.
Well, one thing that they could do is they could have the equipment scale with level. So like say you're at a cap of 70 or something, right? And you finish the highest raid. They could have like the highest raid gear of that particular time scale as you level up so that it follows along with the other equipment. And that way when you hit the new level cap of level 80 or whatever, you know, the top tier raid equipment that you got from the last season is still somewhat equivalent to the raid equipment that you get in the newest raid. You know, but have some sort of like reward system to you know, incentivize going to get this high level equipment. Otherwise, what is it good for? Like half the time after the level, you know, the patch goes up and all the new gear comes out, people just take their old raid gear. It either goes in their stash forever and they basically never take it out other than to like walk around town with it and show off, or they just sell it to NPC or destroy it if there's no option to sell it.
Kind of reminds me of Hearthstone, the direction Blizzard has taken. So if you've ever played Hearthstone, it's all about like building a deck and.
I played a little bit of it. I got kind of enticed with it in the beginning, but I never played it past like the first couple weeks.
So the power creep has been insane, right? It used to be that you're trying to control the board, you know, and it would last until, you know, you got 30 cards in your deck, and it would last almost that entire period. But then, you know, like, I could understand where they're trying to add, like, some new mechanics and different things. And eventually it wound up being more of, like, a, let's say, turn 20 kill. Right now, it's, like, turn 3 or turn 4. It's just insane.
Well, the game shouldn't end that soon. That's not.
Yeah, it's like literally whoever gets their combo down first just automatically wins the game. Period. Like,
Yeah,
there's
that sounds
no
unfun.
coming back from it.
When I played, it was like anywhere between like 20 to 40 turns before someone ended up being the victor.
Yeah.
What game are you talking about?
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Oh, I just downloaded that. I was thinking about getting into that. Is it a waste?
He's saying that instead of it being like multiple turns, It's like literally like 2 or 3 turns and somebody wins.
Oh, I hate.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh has that problem too. Sometimes, and my favorite duels are 20 to 40 turn duels. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turn duels. That's boring. I want to see what my deck does under pressure when I'm 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 turns in.
Yeah, it's like the only thing that's worth it anymore is the tavern brawls where everybody's on the same how should I say it? Like they have the same deck, they have the same advantage. It's not about who spent more to get like the most broken combos.
That's why I
But
think.
boy,
That's why I
it's
think
just
card games are best played by like. And I hate to say this because I don't want you guys to get offended, but card games are best played by kids. The reason for it is simple. Kids can't afford a million packs. Kids can't afford to deck out their decks to the point of absurdity. They're generally not going all over the place, like dueling everyone in the world with their overpowered deck, even if they do have one. They're usually dueling their friends around their neighborhood or what's going on around them.
10 packs, and they built a deck with their 10 packs,
They-
and
yeah.
you built your deck with your 10 packs, and everyone has a good time.
And everybody
That's
has a good time, and it's not like broken, overpowered for anybody except that one rich kid who got his dad to buy him like 300 packs.
Yeah. Who bought the one
Oh,
kid whose
geez.
dad bought him 100 packs? Yeah, totally.
That's why when I was a kid and we played Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that, we had lots of fun. But like it's not the same fun when like you have everything and you can put together whatever deck you want and start like demolishing people with ultimate combos.
Duel Masters is pretty fun, and I gotta say, when you smash your opponent in one turn, that's when it's not fun. Like the slow bleed is better.
No, I used to PvP all the time in Lord of the Rings Online, and one thing I absolutely could not stand was one-sided battles. If I felt like the battle was one-sided, I would just just go move on. Like I wouldn't let myself get killed or anything. If somebody wanted to like force the issue, I would kill them and show them that they didn't have a chance. But like I couldn't stand one-sided battles. I thought they were like one of the worst things in PvP. Like if you were fighting somebody and you realize that this person has absolutely no chance of defeating you whatsoever, even in their wildest dreams, even if they rolled all D20s on their Dungeons and Dragons dice and they still couldn't beat you, like what fun is that actually? Like you're yeah, and so that's how it would go like all the time in Lord of the Rings Online. I would find somebody who had absolutely no chance of defeating me and I would just move on. I would often challenge people that I didn't have a chance of defeating because I needed to refine my character. I needed to refine how they worked. And I would eventually fight some of these people to standstills. Some of the most enjoyable PvP duels that I ever participated in were double KOs. We're basically both of us went at it as hard as we possibly could, and the end result was we both died at the same time. And that's just like the most glorious PvP death you can possibly imagine.
So
Like-
I come from fighting games, and the reason I got into all this stuff was for PvP. Did you ever get into fighting games? Because what you're describing sounds very fighting game oriented.
You're talking about like Street Fighter and stuff like that?
Stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
I have always sucked at Street Fighter games and stuff like that.
They're mad fun. Mad.
Never-
I love the Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yes,
But
that's
there would
like one of
always
the
be
best
this
ones.
guy. Like I would dominate at the arcade
My
until this one guy came and he was just like Magneto all the time with the infinite combos and stuff like that. And you
Yeah.
just couldn't stop him. Like
He played a top tier. And knows how to play him.
and I'm playing like Cable, Juggernaut, maybe Wolverine or
Cable's
something like
good.
that. Like
Cable's
off meta,
assist.
but-
Cable's uppercut assist is so sick.
Oh, he's amazing, but like the
Magneto
skill
can keep you
gap.
out the whole time. You can't even get in.
Yeah, like
my
Magneto.
experience so far with fighting games has basically been that like one person always knows what they're doing, and the other people don't. It's usually a battle
more or
between
less.
one guy who's been playing for like 7,000 hours and knows every combo combination, and one guy who's literally still trying to learn like how to put two buttons together.
Yeah, but the best is watching two people who have spent 7,000 hours on it, and then they just go ham. It's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
You gotta watch me do some fighting game.
I'm talking about in person, like playing those fighting games. I've never seen two fighters go at it.
I haven't either.
It's
I
almost
haven't either.
it's
Only
almost
online.
always one person is way better than all the others, and it's really
If
all
it's
there is
a
to it.
regular arcade, you're right. It would have to be a tournament setting or online. You're right.
Well, the thing is that with fighting games, it's usually not a tournament or an arcade. It's usually like you're at your friend's house and he has his buddies over, and one guy out of like the 10 knows how to play, and the other are all like eating dirt.
So I have the solution for that at my house because I'm a big fighting game player. When I have friends come over and we're shooting the shit, we bust out the old fighting games, like from the 90s, one that none of us know how to play. You know what I mean? And then we have a good time because like we're all learning together, and nobody knows how to play a game from the 90s. So that's a good
Except
good way
you,
to
because it's yours, right? Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Like I have a Neo Geo arcade, home arcade.
Oh, that's so
It's like
awesome.
It's like a $500 countertop arcade. It's pretty cool, and it has a Last Blade on it, and that game's like from the late 80s. And I mean, I play a lot of fighting games, but I don't really know how to play that game. So that's one that when my friends come over, we can all play. And even though I'm good at fighting games, I don't know how to play that game or the other old games. So
I think my favorites are by far like the old Mortal Kombat's.
yeah,
I really
1,
like.
2, and 3.
I didn't care for Street Fighter, honestly.
It's okay.
But yeah, like maybe like the Street Fighter 2 stuff. I don't know. I mean,
Street
I
Fighter is
haven't really
trash.
gotten into
Street
it.
Fighter 2 is the only one that's like good. Street Fighter
But
3
then
is
there's
awesome.
like SNK, which is like a real offshoot. Like not a lot of people have played SNK.
I love SNK versus Street Fighter 2. That game is fun.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that anime that revolves around Street Fighter?
It's Capcom versus SNK
Yes.
2. Yeah,
love
that game is awesome.
What anime revolves around Street Fighter? I want to check that out.
It's an anime. It's about this like little boy who's like the god of Street Fighter or something, and he goes into the arcades and like bullies people basically with his Street Fighter abilities, and then this girl shows up who's apparently like slightly better than he is, and she demolishes him, and then he like spends the rest of his summer like trying to get better at the game, only to find out that she's like some sort of rich snobby girl who's like stuck in her mansion and can't do anything other than play video games or something. I don't know. And the girl like literally only likes to play video games, and he literally lures her to his house like by telling her he has a Neo Geo, which I can't remember the name of it in Japan. It's something different. It wasn't called a Neo Geo over there. It was called or wait, was it TurboGrafx? I don't even remember. It might have been the TurboGrafx.
I know what the Neo Geo is though.
It might have been the TurboGrafx system.
Wasn't that the Sega TurboGrafx?
Apparently, it came out around the same time as the Super Nintendo.
I'm pretty sure. Here, I could look this up.
But
I think it was like the add-on for the Sega.
the whole anime revolves around Street Fighter, like picking the secret character, all sorts of crazy stuff like that. They go to tournaments. They talk about like how certain characters were like underpowered at certain points, and then like in like the what was it, the Street Fighter? There was like a revision of Street Fighter. It was called like Street Fighter SNK or something. I can't even remember the name of it.
SNK versus Street Fighter and SNK versus Street Fighter 2.
I don't remember the name of it, but like apparently one of the characters got revised, and like his moveset was updated, and apparently he became more powerful. Like the main character loves to use like one guy who's apparently not the most powerful character, but he still does really good with it.
Yes. That's always my favorite thing to do in fighting games is to play a low to mid tier and beat the top tiers with them. That's the best. It's the most rewarding feeling.
Anyway, I think you'd get a kick out of the anime because it's pretty funny.
Yeah. I'm going to check that out right now. I'm going to put it on my tabs. Street Fighter anime. What's it called?
Really can't remember.
I really can't remember. Just kidding.
Let's see here. Of course, typing in Street Fighter anime is probably not going to show you anything.
It's pulling up the Street Fighter anime. Anime about Street Fighter.
A whole lot of nothing coming up.
Yeah.
I think it's High Score Girl.
Oh.
I think. Look up High Score Girl. I'm pretty sure it was on Netflix at one point.
Yeah. You nailed it, bro.
It's a really cool anime. I actually kind of got into it for a while.
I got it saved as a tab.
He it's just like they go over like everything, like from the inception of Street Fighter, they like talk about it and like how the characters were busted and like how the tournaments worked, and then they apparently they had like revisions and like Street Fighter 1, 2, 3. A lot of it revolves around the arcade, and then like some of it revolves around like the home versions as well, because apparently the home versions and the arcade versions were different. And that's why he picked the turbo. I think it was the turbo graphics specifically, because the turbo graphics had a lot of the arcade style games on it.
So the arcades used to be like a kind of a gambly style system where the whole lights and sounds are designed to get you to go in, and I don't know why we're so surprised that we're seeing this stuff in video games if it's kind of been around since probably before we were born.
Well, one of the things that's in the anime is basically the arcade usually only had like one or two like Street Fighter arcade machines. And so everybody wanted to play. So the person who won got to stay on the machine, and the person who lost had to leave.
Right.
And
Go
so,
to the back of the line.
Yeah,
right?
so he would basically sit there and, just like play all day long.
Because he would beat everybody.
Because he would beat everybody. And that's when the girl comes on there and kicks him off, basically.
And then you stay better because you're getting more practice because you're winning. Such an edge that you get on other people when you do that. And I don't think you have to spend another quarter when you win. I think it works that way. In my mind it does.
Not
you only
sure.
spend another quarter if you lose.
All right, guys and gals, it's 11:52. I got to get to work.
Have a good night at work, man.
All right, it's been fun. It's been really fun, guys. I will be on tomorrow probably, and today is my night shift, and then I sleep all day, but I need to get caught up on some more skill videos and some more unique item videos and stuff. I actually don't have anything lined up, which is sad, because I usually have some videos lined up here or there, and I've got a whole lot of nothing right now. I do have some toy videos running, though. If you guys don't know, I have a channel. It's called Ginger Toy Mentor, and I do reviews on Transformers and stuff like that. And I'm trying to build up my subscriber count over there, so if you guys could help me out and hop over and subscribe, that would be really helpful. I don't know if you guys like Transformers or not, but I have lots. Let me see if I can link this for you guys real quick. Here you go. So far, I have a video on Wreck-Gar, the Junkion. I've got a video on Autobot Silverstreak, Legacy Blaster, Funko Pop Soundwave, Autobot Skids, Legacy Series, Minskin Boo from Boulders and Gate. He's pretty cool. Legacy Galvatron. I also have a video on the Diablo 3 Loot Goblin Amiibo, which is pretty cool, as well as the Diablo 2 Resurrected Funko Pop for the Dark Wanderer. And I think tomorrow I got a video that's coming out. So I think there's a video coming out tomorrow. Oh no, I guess I'm running out of toy videos too, so no video tomorrow. Well, I'm sure I can record some. I'm probably gonna spend the next couple days recording videos. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, guys and gals, and keep watching.